the, is that the keep though, or is that like nah?
Nope, it's
Oh, we have a
that
map here. Sorry.
yeah. So you have a map. This number 7 is the largest modern sept, like I said, and there's a little market at the base of it. It's up on a hill.
Oh, we want to go see Lord Lannister, right?
You know that Lord Lannister, Tybalt, is Hand of the King and is in the capital. His brother, younger brother, the Golden, is on campaign with Daemon Blackfire. You
Oh,
know that the
so
captain of the guard, Sir Lucian Lannister, has rooms set aside for you guys in the Lion's Hold,
Is he the
pretty much to
regent?
come and go as you need to in the Westerlands.
Who's in
uh,
command of the Westerlands right now?
Well, I mean, Sir
Um,
Lucian is in charge of Lannisport because he's in charge of the city guard right now, while his
so
cousins are out of town.
let us make a dash then to Lion's Hold, as we have constant board there. We'll rest and then we will inform in the morning after we get a night's rest. It's been a long day.
yes,
You-
I think we need to station guard.
Pat died.
Yeah, how's Pat breaking up in Discord? What the fuck?
Yeah, lost your audio.
I'm suing you, goddammit. For defamation.
Friends, do we think that
How
we can
about now?
trust the Lannisters? Yeah, that works.
I think so, right? We've never crossed a negative path with the Lannisters. But, well, I mean, I guess Sir Ebelfirth and Ricard would know best.
Are they... Have we not established that there is perhaps a connection between Lord Blackfire and Lord of the Banefort?
Other than the Lord of the Banefort seemingly riding out to assist in the defense, I don't know that anything else has been found other than what would be expected of your bannermen.
Apologies, but I'm afraid that there may be something more to it than that, but perhaps I'm just being paranoid.
Well, let us do this then. We'll still take the rest. Well, I guess if we go right into the Lion's Hold, then we'll be right in the spot where he oversees.
Yeah.
Let us get a... Do you know if there's a separate inn in Sunfield betwixt here and there?
Well, I think regardless, we should tell them that there may be danger coming out of the Hanged Man.
Well,
Even if we're not
sure.
specific, we can tell him that they're not the type to disregard our current state, and I'm gonna look at us and how probably fucked up, bloody, and
But
you
the
know.
issue is, I'm sure that there will be an inquiry about him, and I point to the tongueless one, Dracus.
I think Dracus would have a tale to tell. Yes, I think we
Yes.
should probably be in the room when it happens.
Yes, but should we not tell that thin dragonborn from King's Landing that you're familiar with?
I suppose we could, but I also think we should make our way to Lucian, because every moment we delay is a chance that they could send spies back through that gate after us.
Then
If
let
it's
us be
unguarded.
on then. The more we go back and forth on this, the more we waste time. It is time to act.
I
Okay.
would
You do know that there is an inn on the way in Sunfield if you wanted to, but just heard of it before Meglin's mine. But you can skip past that if you'd like to and go right into the Lion's Hold.
Yeah, Lion's Hold.
Cool. Right, yeah, it's pretty easy going because it's super early morning, so people are like down by the docks and people that are doing manual labor are out, but everyone else is still asleep. So you guys can quickly make it through. You are known to the city guard here in Lannisport at this point, so your appearance is not unusual. You guys have rooms that you're easily brought to and are made fresh with refreshments and sheets and everything you guys would need for a long rest. There are, guards pretty much everywhere.
Let us board up, take the long rest, and then move forward.
Well, I'm gonna be like, as fucking tired and eye stocky as I am, or formerly eye stocky as I am. Do we not want to be the first ones to tell the story, in case a crow is sent from the Banefort?
It is probably not a bad idea.
Do you think we will get a audience with the head of the guard now at this hour?
I
Geez,
would
I think
say
we
we-
can get an audience whenever we want.
Yeah, I would say it's in our best interest to not delay, even a moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to one of the guards that I'm sure is around our rooms, I would
Mhm.
assume, and I will say, get us to the head of the guard. We request a meeting with him. It is quite urgent, and it should remain as private as possible.
Understood. They leave the room. Probably would take a few minutes, probably more like 10, 15, 20 minutes before there's a knock at your door. You guys want to do anything before that?
Gonna try not to fall asleep in my fucking armor.
Sir Ebelfirth, do you have any more uses of your wire today, or are we tapped out?
I have 2 more uses of my wire.
Perhaps we should make use of them before we rest for the evening.
I would say so as well.
Do you think that the scrawny dragonborn would answer your call?
I would say let's talk to Lucian first, and then that will also let us know how the Lannisters are feeling. We can relay that on as well.
But
I
is
think that
this
is
not?
wise.
But is this not an act directly against the crown itself? There's a member of the lords that are acting against and defiling the land that they oversee.
With what evidence? Until we can get this man's words written down or heard by someone other than ourselves, we have nothing.
Sir Ebelfirth is correct. It will also be useful to learn the temperaments of the Lannisters.
Okay. What are we withholding from the Lannisters?
Hmm.
The Maester, not this one.
I am
The-
not sure which
the-
maester you speak of, because this is the only maester that I know of that has not fallen under a horrible accident that I don't think everybody needs to know about.
That we don't know about. Correct. Okay, we're in agreement. And yeah. I think it would also be wise to focus more on the town.
The town and
Dane-
the abominations below?
Yes.
I think we should also make reference to what is happening at the crag. I think that it will be of great interest to House Lannister what has been done to their sworn bannermen.
And the human experiments. Let's focus on the evils and not so much the how that we
And then
found
we'll
all
work our
this.
way up to the political implications.
Exactly.
Who will be taking point?
I am persuasive to an extent.
I
On a scale of
can-
1 to 20, I am like a 5.
I can I think I can manipulate my words in such a way that I mean I am the outsider here, so this is preposterous what I've seen so far, so
Yeah, everything in this country is crazy.
Yeah.
Forgiveness, but we're all outsiders except Sir Ebelfirth.
Well, there's no need to apologize for being an outsider, Leanne.
He's doing it again.
Knock at the door.
I will take the lead.
Door opens, and in comes Sir Lucian Lannister with golden hair. He's a very handsome dwarf. He has a maester behind him. To actually recognize Maester Lana, who you spoke with before. And they come in. He looks at you. You smell terrible.
Apologies.
We've had a long and troubling evening, sir.
You said it was urgent, and we should be discreet.
Yes. Perhaps you should sit. May I introduce my party, as you all know them? Our friend here I will introduce when his time to tell his story is necessary.
Well,
Apologies if I seem cagey, but when we set out to check these lands for strange blights, issues we have seen sprouting up all over the nation, all over this continent of ours. We have seen, unfortunately, confirmed signs of human experimentation in the woods outside of the village. I'm gonna kind of snap like a noble kid who can't remember something, expecting one of my servants / comrades to remember the name of the little village outside of the
Sir
Banefort.
Peckleton's lands.
Yeah, Sir Peckleton's lands. We found monstrous abominations made of walking dead. They were hardy and feared no blade. We also found men who were twisted, animal-like in their visages, who seemed changed by some sort of dark blood magic. We were able to free some. They wished not to be seen in public. We had not the heart to slay them. They seemed innocent. So they are still in the woods outside Sir Peckleton's lands. We had found Sir Peckleton's son defending a village on edge, afraid of the noises they hear in the woods and frankly terrified of the things that they had been hearing. I fear for their safety now, as we had to leave our investigation in a bit of a hurry. When we arrived at the crag on our way in that general direction, we found the lady of the crag was under house arrest for no clear cause other than being afraid for her life. Her bannermen, snap my fingers again, wasn't Sir Brian, was it?
Sure was.
Fucking Sir Brian, god damn it. I was like, I'm looking at my notes, there's no way it could be Sir fucking Brian.
Brave, Sir Brian.
Sir Brian seemed to be taking an abundance of caution. He feared that certain elements from the Banefort, who were in the castle at the time, would do harm to himself if he did not keep the castle on lockdown. We were able to remove these elements to much cost. But we found that the heir was slain, not by illness, but by malfeasance, by agents, we believe, of the Banefort. I believe you'll find that if you write to Sir Brian, he will back us up in our statements for the time being, though I worry about his allegiances and the safety of the lady, while Sir Peckleton is not by her side. He is in an unenviable position to be between a rock and a hard place. He fears for his lands and his own life, but if he's threatened again, I cannot be sure he will not fall to undue influence. After being transported through dark magics by some imp-like creatures that we killed in the crag, we found ourselves outside Sir Peckleton's lands, outside that small village, and found those human experiments, blood everywhere. Blood magic seems to be the recurring theme. We were transported by blood magic. It seemed that they had drained the air to the crag for blood magic. And indeed, when we attempted to enter the Bane Fort somewhat quietly via the beach entrance, we found such horrors that you cannot imagine. Beasts that I'm gonna look at Eldritch and just not bring up the mouth fucking, but like think
You
about
seem
bringing
like
them up.
just like
Just like
Gag.
shake his head.
Just gag.
beasts that
Ugh.
take the very sanctity of one's own body away from them.
They were like fine, crazy stuff. And then there's like
There
little
was-
guys that try to choke you. It was a whole thing.
Goblins and various other things that should not be allowed to live under a proper holdfast. If you were to find such things under your town, I assume you would do anything to destroy them. And as I know you are a good liege, as is my father, you would do that at all costs.
I think back to the
But-
moon pool or whatever.
The Bane Fort seems to not only allow these creatures to thrive, but enslave them. Use them as sort of watchdogs. We found so many skeletons and bodies and shackled beings down in those sewers. When we finally... Vago.
One shackled being that had the power and ability to infiltrate one's mind and manipulate him. And also drain one's own mortality, almost.
Oh yes, who has the glands?
No one has any glands.
Apologies, I have them.
Ah.
I just want to show them how big these... Because aren't these things fucking huge?
It pretty much is tonsils.
Take off my pack
Yeah.
and I'll
Yeah,
I'll
they're
pull out
large.
one of them and I'll hold up this weird pulsating gland.
That does
Uh.
not come from any natural beast.
I'll put it
I
back.
can
in my
tell
pack.
you.
sealed
I
it.
nearly lost myself. I had to draw the just made to strike that beast down.
Do you even remember doing that?
I assume you guys would have told me that I pulled the sword.
Yeah. It's probably
Yeah,
a
I
good thing
imagine
that
I
we
told you.
Like, hey buddy, your super special sword, you definitely got it dirty.
It actually came out. Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Let's see if 20 minutes of talking was for nothing.
Good.
That's
22.
pretty decent.
Good, that's good.
22 is good.
At that point, I would just kind of say, when we exited, we did find this person who was punished, not allowed to leave the Bane Fort, a maester with his tongue cut out. If that is not barbary of the highest level, I could think of nothing less. And I'll motion towards our boy,
Dracus.
Rockus.
Mr. Drakus just nods and seems to be agreeing with you. You'll see Sir Lucian just kind of like rub his eyes a little bit as it's still really early. He goes, "We will write to the crag. We must follow up. And let's say everything you're telling me is true. You went onto the Baneford lands. You slew these beasts. As this gland thing is supposed to prove. Then you just left.
As you said, my liege, and I kind of motion to the state of us in general. We did not wish to encounter the Lord of the Bane Fort directly until we had made report and made aware the kingdom of the threat.
Yes. I think it wise you did not enter the Bane Fort. Its name is old, but deserving.
We are obviously exhausted. I will have to relay some of this information directly to sources close to our own.
Hmm.
We have our
I must
strange
as well.
ways.
We certainly all have our liege lord, do we not?
I would agree. I would also say that, and I know I have no need of telling you this, but there are strange methods of mind control being used in those lands. Sir Lucian, I advise you discreetly and with men you trust implicitly. Childhood, if you have them. These are very, very dangerous times.
Well, as I said, its decision does not lie with me, but if it did, we would not be going to Lord Banefort's keep. You would
No.
be coming to ours. We'll write to the throne. I would recommend you do nothing in the meantime.
We aim to do precisely that.
If I may add one additional detail, as Sir Aberforth has already stated, we had quite swiftly been able to be relocated from one place to another, and there's a high possibility that there are locations like that residing in Lannisport itself. So I would encourage and recommend some additional eyes and boots on the ground to keep a keen eye out.
You would point out these places?
If I knew the places, I would, but the only thing that I know of is that what is it, the Hanging Man?
Hanged Man.
The Hangman Tavern and Lantel's, you know, as well.
Yes, it appears that the first tavern is
I'm gonna interrupt Vago. I'm gonna let him say like the Hanged Man where we came in, and then when he goes to give the name of the second place where like the exit point is, I'm going to interrupt and I'm gonna give the name of just like a completely different place.
well to be honest, I wasn't going to list the second place because Vago does not know about the second place.
Okay. Well,
It is only the first
I'm
place.
gonna. I want to jump in and give like a false location and say to
Okay,
be
you
cautious
can kind
of
of
that
keep
place.
the other name
Yeah.
to yourselves. You
I
can
will also
roll a
in,
deception check.
I'll also indicate that
I would say you would do so at advantage since you guys are doing like a group lie. And honestly, you've been very convincing so far.
but honestly Vago does not know of the second place. um
Yeah.
But I would
Seems
also
pretty good.
inform that Sir Peckleton made passes that the Hangman was essentially overseen by Lord Banefort in some way.
We suspected as much, which is why we recommended you visit there. Something I couldn't just say out loud. Sir Peckleton has left the town yesterday. As far as I know, he was aiming to go to the crag. So hopefully he will arrive and take things in hand. Lady Jane is in such dire straits, I'm sure that is exactly what he will do. He cares for her deeply.
Gratitude, Sir Lannister. We appreciate your time. Apologies, but we are quite tired.
Indeed. Maester Dracus, you will come with us.
Apologies, but do you mind if the Maester stays with us for just a little bit longer? We have a few questions we'd like to ask him in the morning.
We'll send for him at midday.
Gratitude.
He turns and walks right out.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna immediately get my wire out. Start
Hold
going.
hold on a moment, Sir Ebelfirth.
I'm just gonna start spinning. I'm like, gotta warm up the tubes. Just
I'm gonna wait long enough that it's reasonable to assume that the Lannister is gone and we are not being overheard. And
Yeah, I mean the door closes. You know there are guards everywhere in the halls outside, but you guys know you can, keep it quiet. Your rooms are pretty big.
I'll speak pretty quietly, then go. Apologies, but something is very wrong here. I do not think that it is safe here.
What do you mean?
Did you hear what he said earlier
About? He said a
when
lot
you
of
said
things.
you were going to contact the crown?
said we all have our lieges.
He did.
Yes, his is in Casterly Rock.
Apologies, but I do not think that is what he meant.
What do you think he meant? Just say it.
Well, I don't have any definitive proof, but call it a gut instinct. I just feel like something is wrong here. You all swear loyalty to the crown, well, with exception to Vago and myself, but your group is a crown organization, is it not? You're loyal to the King of Westeros?
We have our charter directly from the king. Yes.
I'm loyal to Westeros herself. I'll kill the king if I need to.
All right, blood and soil. We get it.
I'm gonna glance at Ricard, and Shen is gonna find that a surprising sentiment coming from him, because he saw how close he was with Bloodraven back in King's Landing. But I'll press on.
That's
Go.
different. I admire him.
I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't think that the Lannisters' interests quite align with that of the crown. I don't know if they're siding with the Banefort, or perhaps there is someone else, but I think we should be cautious and tread lightly.
I think the best form of action is the action that we've been accidentally or purposely taking the entire time, which is take direction and then choose to do our own deeds. As I glance passively at Sir Ebelfirth and then also at fucking Eldridge for basically killing a maester. In fact, he did kill a maester.
Yeah, not basically 100% factually what happened. And
100% factually.
You're not
So-
positive that's the first one. And I feel like Eldridge is also a man of action.
So we will cross our T's and dot our I's. We will contact who we need to and make business where we need to.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that blood magic stands as honorable magic anywhere in any land. And
I think the problem.
that goes for defiling the lands of Westeros as well, Ricard. So I think that we have a path to take and whatever steps we need to make to take that path. But I think some of those people need to fall, and fall hard.
All of this philosophy is well and good, but regardless, I do not think that we should give Maester Dracus to the Lannisters. And I think that it would be prudent for us to post a watch tonight.
I would agree.
We will watch, and then we will do what we need to in the morn, and then if we have to leave, we are not captives here.
Well, guys,
Nor
we're
the
basically
maester.
sleeping till 2 in the afternoon. We're not. We're basically getting. We're basically getting the red eye. Fucking sleep.
Yeah, if
So
you
we're gonna
guys are taking
sleep
a
during the
long rest.
day, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
leave tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for that, and we get the fuck out of the
We
city. I
fucking-
think
we will-
something's very wrong here. I'm getting like fucking what's that movie? Not Uncanny Valley. Is it Uncanny Valley? No, that's not
Oh,
right.
yeah, it's a movie.
That does kind of sound right, actually.
I'm
Uncanny
getting
Valley.
like Get Out. It's like Get Out vibes. You know
Oh,
what I
Get
mean?
Out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting Get Out vibes here.
So, Sir Ebelfirth, if you would contact whoever you need to at King's Landing so that we can if there is official decree that we can follow to make our time a little bit easier, I think that would be the best.
So I'm gonna really fucking try hard to think about how I can send this to Ares in a fucking 25 words or less. And it's gonna take me some noodling here to fucking really.
I mean, what do you
Dear-
guys want to do?
Maybe we can. Let's collab. Okay.
Dear scrawny dragonborn man.
Okay.
I don't think we should waste that many words.
I gotta say his name, Ares.
What are
Maybe
we
a
trying to
little
accomplish?
disrespectful.
Ares.
Prince Ares.
Yeah.
He's the prince
No.
now.
He knows.
He's
He knows who I
Been
am.
a prince. He's now Prince
Crown
of
prince.
Dragonstone, heir to the throne. Yes, Crown Prince.
Yeah. He knows. We're tired
but
of that. We don't.
Ares, blood magic has been discovered in
Too many words. Too many words. Too many words. You're already
Ares.
killing my flow.
Ares, blood magic, Lord Banefort, kill? There you
Question
go.
mark?
Ares.
Yeah. What
Ares.
is our plan of action? Are we gonna try and crusade this
That's-
shit?
That's what we're getting now. That's what
No,
we're
no,
going over.
no, But we
I-
can frame it in a way that we can get what we need to, what we
The
want. to have done.
Lannisters are not gonna help us. I'm telling you guys right now.
Yeah, I don't expect anybody to help us.
Oh
I
no,
expect
I'm talking.
to take down.
I'm talking about what we're gonna message Ares right now. Correct? And we're
Guys,
acting upon what he says.
I don't
correct?
want to metagame too hard, but I think the crown is about to have some pretty serious problems as well.
All right,
Yeah,
just send it.
Everyone's just
Send whatever you need to send.
So, I'm gonna
I'm not listening to this Lannister bitch anymore.
Ares. Crag under Banefort influence. Banefort extending life unnaturally, experimenting on humans. Horrific creatures in basement.
Mhm.
Lannisters made aware. Allies unknown. Mind control common. Very dangerous. Bang.
You're sending that to Ares?
Yeah.
Definitely a long moment or two. And you go, oh, sorry, I was so early. Oh, Maidfoot, wait, what? Oh, I have to talk to the head of the king. Oh, you have to call me back in like 1 hour.
Does he say he has to talk to the hand of the king?
Call me back in an hour. You son of a bitch. We only have so many of those. Call me back in an hour.
That's all,
And we have
that's all.
we have a prepaid phone with like 5 minutes on it.
That's all
I'm
you
taking
hear.
first
As
watch.
you have called
All of you
Prince
fucking-
of Westeros at 4 in the morning.
Since he's going to be doing that, I will also take first watch with Sir Eblifirth.
Did he say that he's gonna talk to the hand?
Yeah.
Isn't the hand
A Lannister, yeah.
Lannister?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tybolt
this is not
Lannister.
good.
You're very familiar with Tybolt, Rickar.
Is this a good thing? I forget now.
You've known him since day one of your campaign, one of your adventures with this group. He was there.
In the lodge,
Mm-hmm.
in the with the gnolls,
That's
on the
right.
bridge.
Yeah, Sir
Okay.
Tybalt, right?
Yep.
Um,
Lord Tybolt now. His dad died, so he's Lord of Casterly Rock,
did we have
Westerlands.
did we have an identify left as well? Or
Well,
am I misremembering that?
Eldridge does, but he's not.
No
Yeah.
está aquí.
Does he have any spell slots?
I don't actually know
Oh well.
if he
Someone text him.
does.
I want to know what my stuff does. I got some boots and some gloves.
Well,
mean, we
you're
can
gonna,
take
you're gonna
a-
have to wait.
We can take a long rest and then say that he does have those because he's not gonna be using any spells.
Or I
I
could
mean,
just
I
put
would
them
feel
on.
bad preemptively using his spells for the whole day ahead of him.
Or I could just put the gloves on.
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely just do that.
Yeah, except unless they're boots and gloves of digestion.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to speak to Sir Ablefirth before bed. I'm going to go, Sir Ablefirth. It is my
Yeah.
understanding that as a cleric of the Seven, you may have the ability to perhaps counter the effects of cursed magic.
I'm gonna look at him, dog tired, eyes still a little fucking bloodshot from
Not
being on
today.
stocks.
Not
I'm
today.
just gonna be like,
To clarify.
I'm giving you real 1,000-yard stare vibes right now. But yes, I do have the ability. Because what is that? That is.
Remove curse, right?
Curse. I don't know.
I think it's remove curse.
Oh, I can change my stuff after sleeping. Remove curse. Yeah, I could prepare that for you.
Gratitude.
But
I am going to try something potentially foolish, and I believe it may be pertinent to prepare that magic if necessary.
kind of like gesture vaguely at the rest of the crew and just be like, "Get your rest. It's to be a long day."
I'm gonna turn
strange-
everybody before we go to bed. I'm gonna pull out the gloves. I'm gonna pull out the boots. I'm gonna go. What do you guys think I should try first?
Do you really think it is a wise idea to be trifling with that, with the day that we possibly have ahead of ourselves?
Hmm.
Could be good, could be bad.
Because is
Perhaps.
that not a large task and something that would make Sir Ebelfirth tired if he needs to use those resources for other life-affirming things?
But
Like,
they
I've
could
just
help
become
us.
the parent of this thing. Dad's tired. Don't make him do your school project.
They could be. They could be helpful in battle, Vago.
But surely you can rely on your own ability that you have trained so hard to acquire, opposed to those boots and gloves.
There's no harm in acquiring a new tool, and you're gonna see like a strange glint in Shen's eye that you don't usually see.
Shen's a treasure goblin.
Maybe.
So you are not confident in your own fighting ability. You think that gloves and boots will help aid you.
I will take any asset offered or provided to me.
Some more than once.
Well, I'm not here to determine what Sir Ebelfirth does with his energy throughout the day, so...
Gratitude. I'm gonna tune these gloves tonight.
Okay.
Assuming they need attunement. I don't even know if they need
They
attunement.
do, yes.
Alright, cool.
Well, now I gotta think about. I guess probably have to let.
I'm gonna attune to the
Dude, hey,
sword.
just take off Cure Wounds while you're at it and put on
Well,
Remove Curse, because
the amount of time I've almost taken off Stone Shape and then it's fucking come in clutch.
I
like
think-
3 or
No,
4
yeah,
I think we should
definitely-
hang on the stone shape.
Definitely
Yeah.
take off Stone Shape. For
Uh,
To be
I'll
honest,
feel-
we don't
It's
use
really
cure wounds that
annoying.
much, right? It's mostly healing word. in
Are you
Master,
joking?
Right?
we use Healing Word a lot because I'm usually not
Yeah.
next to you guys.
Right.
I could take off. All right.
Just take off all your healing stuff and
take
be
off
selfish from here on
Revivify,
forward.
because
Yeah.
it's not
Can't-
necessary. You
Can't
can
take
just
that
raise
one
dead
off.
later.
That one's just all the time. That one's just I'm stuck with. I could take off Zone of Truth. I feel like we haven't used that in a while.
Yeah,
Well, what
take
if
that
we
one off
need
too.
to for
Yeah, I
somebody
was
to
gonna say,
reveal?
We're very closely going into an interrogation. All right, speak with dead. It is. You're
Aren't we
going
sneaking
away.
out of town tonight? Do we need Zone of Truth?
We
Also,
might.
Zone of Truth
What
is
if
so
we-
weird because like it's very obvious that it's happening. It's not
Yeah,
like,
but if we're interrogating somebody, if there's truth that needs to be told, and
Also have +9 insight, so Zone of Truth isn't necessarily.
And we
Make
can
or break
Gias. If
that.
it's really important, we have Gias.
listen,
also,
you
we
guys are
couldn't even
trying
get
to
that
tell Pat. You guys are trying to tell Pat what to do with his spells.
Okay.
Also, you guys are all saying "we" a lot, and you are one feeble mind away from none of these things.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
when the Swiss Army knife goes down, the options go from we could roleplay a whole bunch of shit to stab everything.
We
so-
couldn't even get the information out of an old man, so why the fuck would we need Zone of Truth? So I'm
Yeah.
all set with that.
Alright.
You can go.
I guess I'm actually gonna let speak with dead go away.
Fair.
Alright.
I feel like we don't use that very much.
Could have speak to some of those skeletons down in the basement.
I'm not sure I would have wanted to speak to him.
Should
I
have.
feel like we just would have been screaming and violence, and they really wouldn't have been stoked to.
Well, you ask him 5 questions or something like that.
They don't have to be truthful though, at all, or answer.
Really?
They
I
can
thought it was
literally
just
just tell
like
you. To go.
information from their brain.
No,
All
they can
right.
literally, just tell you to go
There's
fuck yourself.
I'm gonna stay up with Sir Elbow first and take a listen at this door and see what's up.
I'll take the
Fair.
third
Okay.
watch.
Remove first.
I'll take second, I guess.
Sir Ebelfirth, are you casting a spell or are you taking watch?
I am taking a watch.
Vago, that's not very good.
Really relying on the dead tired guy to do the fucking heavy. Wow. Hope no one comes in to stab us in our sleep.
As you guys just kind of sit there and stare into the fireplace and don't really do much else unless you want to.
We locked the door, right?
Yeah, you guys can lock the door.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look at the maester, who I assume is. Did he go to sleep or is he like?
Yeah, for sure. He's
dog
gone to
tired?
bed.
I will write a note on his bedstand saying, "Do you have family? Do you have people we should contact for you?" Just kind of give him like a. Is there anything we can get for you that you need? You know, let us be your conduit. You know, good high breeding hosty shit. And then I'm gonna slowly peel myself out of my armor. That fucking. It's gonna probably take me the entire watch just getting out of my fucking armor that I had eye stalks on, and it was all blown up and inflated in weird ways and shit.
Yeah, you can certainly spend your watch doing that. Vago, as you hang out with him as well. Um, as Ebelfirth has gotten most of his armor off. Maybe an hour, 90 minutes in, you guys both immediately look to your left and you see like a small child just like in the room, like holding a flagon. And they were like, just changing the wine. Like they had crept in without either of you guys noticing. And they just put the
How
flagon
I'm
on the
gonna
table.
insight check the ever living fuck out of that tiny child.
Mm.
They put the flagon on the table there,
Oh.
26.
House elf?
and they take the other flagon. It's like that's all they were doing.
So
child?
from my experience, these are naturally just these are like
To a servant.
yeah, they're like used to being invisible.
Yeah, 'cause you guys
Child.
are sleeping.
Make an inform that nobody else is to come into this room and do what you just did for tonight, please.
It's not nighttime.
Until further notice. Thank you, lad.
It's not nighttime.
They walk out very scared. They said anything to this very large man.
I'm gonna take that wine and just dump it somewhere. Just be like, no chances.
Oh, you dump out the flagon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just not obviously, so the kid can hear it in the hallway. And just be
Yeah,
like,
you can
"I just
dump it
put
up
that-" Yeah,
plant or whatever.
yeah.
You'll figure it out.
I'm gonna dump it under the I'm sure shitty fucking hay bed, because everything's a shitty hay bed at this point in time. And just throw it on the floor underneath and be like, someone pissing wine all night. It's a shame. And then as it gets to the end, Max, I'd
Waste.
like to try sending one last time if I can. I don't know if that
Okay.
affects me.
Has it been an hour?
Yeah, it's definitely been past an hour. It will have, I mean, you'll have to sleep longer
Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
long rest.
Yeah, I'm
But
going
it's totally
to.
fine with me. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You cast into Ares, I imagine.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, Ares, apologies.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Banefort, up to vile magic, blood magic, undue influence over Crag. Have a witness. Lucian notified. Who to trust.
How to proceed?
Proceed? Question mark. And my final 3 words will be need rest soon. So he knows that after this, the walkie-talkie's batteries are turned off. I'm fucking going back to sleep.
Makes sense.
Strabelfarth, we got a lot of things happening here in King's Landing. We're sending the hand. It's on his way.
The hand is coming here?
Hand is coming here.
Sir Ebelfirth, how long does it take to get from King's Landing to Lannisport?
Couple of weeks, I think.
Fuck.
Is that
dude.
where the hand was last known to be?
Yep. The hand's usually next to the body, and the body is the king, and the king is in King's Landing.
To my understanding, Sir Ebelfirth, you did something at the crag that will only last a certain amount of days, and the days that it will take to get from there to here is more days than the other thing has days left.
Yeah, we might have to stop at the crag, boys, and make sure we relay that the hand is coming.
I roll
Um,
over in bed and I'm like, I'm trying to sleep.
I'm just going to look at Shen and be like, apologies, boo-hoo.
I noticed Shen curled up and cuddled up next to his gloves and boots, and I say,
I'm wearing my
am-
gloves, boy.
I am not sorry, and I do not apologize. Who is taking next watch? I need to sleep.
Yeah, he's only wearing the gloves.
I'm wearing nothing else.
I will.
Second watch individual.
It's right car.
I will sleep, and I
Oh,
will
yeah.
attune to the brooch that fucking Lord Peckleton's child gave me,
Okay.
which
Brass brooch.
I know not what
Opponents.
what it does.
That's right. Rickard. Terrible roll.
Mm-hmm.
The sun starts
bright.
to be bright, and you have to like close the drapes and make it nice and dark in here, and you just kind of zone out. Very similar experience to Cerebleverth and Bago, unbeknownst to you. Suddenly there's a person sitting next to you. Maybe it's probably like a tween girl, in like a shitty shift. Looks like she's carrying a couple sheets.
Are you
Uh,
you supposed to be in here?
I'm supposed to change the sheets.
There's people sleeping in the beds right now. You can't change the sheets.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch how she got in here.
She creeps through the door. Looks like she has a key. She
So
locks
sus.
it from the outside again.
This is so sus. I don't like this. Why do people
She-
keep checking on us?
That was so weird.
Because we're in a hotel past fucking 10 a.m.
This is sus as fuck, dude. They keep
We-
sending kids to spy on us, man.
We've missed the checkout time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever been in a hotel room after a checkout time? This is exactly what happens over and over and over again.
Otherwise, Rickard, you can wake up Shin for his watch if he's taken one.
Yeah.
I am taking one. Did anything happen while I was asleep?
This
Well, after your 2 hours of watch, your
My
long
God,
rest will be
perception check.
complete.
Yeah, I'm long rested. Feels good, man.
12's not. You guys roll very good perception.
No, we didn't. I'm gonna
Um,
lean up against the door for my watch and just like,
You're gonna lean up against the door.
yeah, with my back
Okay.
to the door, I'm gonna lean up against
Yeah,
it.
I'll tell him what happened.
Oh, okay.
so-
Yeah. About an hour into your watch, you do hear the key get entered into it, and it unlocks, and
Can
someone
I?
tries to open the door,
I'll turn and
and
like,
they
can I
feel
open
the
it just a
resistance.
crack and like poke my head out and go, what is it?
Yeah, you can do that, and you
Yeah.
see, it's definitely daylight outside in the corridor. And yet you see a young boy standing there holding what looks to be two different jars.
Yes.
Re- refreshments.
We are all right. Gratitude. Apologies, but please let my companions rest.
Okay,
I shut the door.
shut the door.
Go back to leaning against the door.
Dude
Wait.
came in to give us refreshments at midnight and 5 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's like probably like 3 p.m.
Yeah, we've slept through
Yeah,
breakfast and lunch at this
yeah.
We
point.
It's
arrived
just,
at the crack
yeah.
ass at dawn.
Right. It is just about like 2:30. As Shen, you feel like it's just about time to wake up the gang, but before you do, you feel these gloves. And you're just like, ooh. And after a moment, the glove that you had on kind of just slips into your skin
Oh.
and doesn't even look like you're wearing them anymore.
That's bad.
But you can feel that they've made your hands more powerful.
Ooh, I like that.
You gain 1 to your strength score.
Oh, to my strength.
Where are you
That's right.
at?
That's disappointing.
Sorry, buddy. I wasn't sure who's gonna pick it up.
Okay. I can't take them off, huh?
You, seems like you aren't wearing gloves anymore.
Does that like occupy an attunement slot still, or like
It sure does.
is anything else? Is anything else happening?
Um, I mean, you might
Do I
be
feel any different other than that?
you feel a little stronger, but I mean,
That's it.
maybe slightly cursed, but in,
I'm
in a
cursed.
curse that's more just annoying than really bad.
Yeah, your hands are
Oh.
always gonna feel wet now.
I'm gonna like touch something. Does it feel any different?
Nope.
Like it's just everything's normal.
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm gonna see him touching things with hands that don't have gloves on them and be like, "Where are the gloves, Shen?"
I'm not sure.
Shen, where are the gloves?
I just told you I'm not sure.
Shen, no one walks around touching things with gloves with no gloves on their hands. Who's
Where'd
not sure?
you last see
Yeah.
them?
They were on my hands. Apologies, but they're just gone. I think they're part of me now.
That's fucking weird.
Max, after spending the night attuning to my brooch, I will look at it and see. I'll just look at it.
Okay. Yeah, you look at the brooch, and you see that it is made of brass. It's not particularly nice aside from that, but it does have an arcane shimmer to it. And you recall the Peckleton words, unflinching, and you feel as though there is almost nothing that could scare you while you're holding this. And you also feel like once per long rest, you can use a bonus action, or excuse me, you can use a reaction when someone enters your reach to make a melee weapon attack.
Hmm.
If that attack hits, you may choose to knock that individual backward 10 feet.
Hmm.
Seems like a you thing.
Yes.
Now, along with your other movement-based WWE moves, you now have a clothesline. That's just super effective.
As a reaction, I wish it was easier to make custom reactions.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with D&D Beyond. My first experience is not good.
Yeah, I gotta find a way to just be able to like make an item that I can share with you guys. I think you can do that.
You can do it in
You-
Roll20. I don't know how to do it.
You can, but it's such a pain in the ass. It's literally like coding, but it's like not a coding language. It's just like it's stupid.
Yeah.
You basically give it, you input a bunch of like if this then this commands, but it's like, it's kind of like if you attack, then you get to do this, and you think you input it, and then the way it shows up on the character chart is like, I don't know.
Max,
I don't know.
It's
Max,
happened
are
with
my other
drama.
items attunement as well? Like my ring and my belt, are those attuned?
I think I wrote down which ones were and which ones were. I'm not sure if any of them were.
They weren't in the notes that you gave me. I
If
don't.
it wasn't in the notes, then no.
Okay, cool. So I can still put these boots on. I'm doing that tonight.
You said once per turn or once per
Once per long rest.
long rest.
I didn't have to attune to this sword, did I?
No, you did not. But I'm glad that you asked,
Oh no.
Ricard.
Oh no.
Because that's a nice sword. You just kind of want to take it out to look at it a little bit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, I got the max special.
It's really nice.
Just gotta check that it's there. Unsheath it. Alright, it's there.
I gotta test something else. Can I poke
Really
Ricard?
sharp.
Can I just poke Ricard in the arm? Give him a
Yeah.
little poke. Like
Yeah, you
flesh to
poke him.
flesh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything happen?
You touch him while he's
Alright,
looking
cool.
at his sword.
Just making sure these gloves don't like, give people super aids when I touch them or something.
Ben, you keep touching shit. You're making
Well,
me
you don't
very
die from super aids
uncomfortable.
right away, Shan.
Also,
I'm
why are you
just-
testing on me?
You don't know what I'm doing.
Why are you touching me?
I'm gonna
With
be.
your
I'm gonna.
bare
Everyone's
finger.
gonna. Everyone's gonna stop. I feel like and turn and look at Shed and be like, "You keep touching shit and looking at your hands. We all know something weird's happening, but you just don't want to say it."
I just look at my hands and I go, where are the gloves?
All right. How about a next test? Touch it. Touch it. I'm
Touch
gonna
what?
point at it. You know what I'm talking about. Touch it.
What?
Touch your own.
What are you talking about?
I'm
If
just
it's so
staring at it.
safe, as I imagine you're standing
Touch
there
your
nude with
wiener.
your touch it. I'd be like, if it's safe, you touch it.
Apologies, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Here,
I know
touch
you
this,
carry
and
it.
I hold out the sword that's really sharp.
I'll poke the flat of the blade.
No, the sharp side.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
Why are you staring at that, by the way? Put your weapon away.
Do
You're
I
not
wanna
there's
mad.
a knock at the door.
do I wanna put my sword away?
I open the door, or I crack the door to look at who is there.
You see what looks to be a young squire. He's probably 11 or 12. Dressed well in Lannister doublet and colorings. I'm here to bring a message. He holds up a piece of parchment rolled up, and also to request Maester Dracus accompany me.
I
Apologies,
believe
but we
Maester
were told
Dracus
that
needs another little bit time of rest. He's had a very long and
Arduous.
rigorous, yes, arduous time in the last couple of days. And there's just a few more questions that we need to ask him that we have not had a chance to ask him. And the agreement was that we would have time to do that.
Also, by decree of Sir Lucian, the Maester is to stay with us until midday tomorrow. Apologies.
He seems like he's
And
doesn't
I will look
know
at
how
the
to proceed without doing exactly what he was told to.
I will look
Uh,
at I will look at the child and see the you said he had a scroll with him or something?
Yep.
I will say Vago does not read, and then I will hand it to Sir Elbafirth.
Okay.
It is not
Um,
that yeah, I'll
It's
just
not
say
that I
that.
can't. It's
I'll
just that I
I'll
don't
just
know
say
why I
I'll just
don't.
say Vago does not read.
Can I read it over? Does it look legit, Max?
It's actually sealed. You
What-
see,
what
it's
seal is it?
actually gray and pink wax, and you see a unicorn stamped into it. Which you, as a Westerland's house, would absolutely know is House Brax.
House Brax. What is that?
So, minor Westerland's house, but they're old.
Where are they?
They are just on the other side
Are they
of.
east of the
Let me
Banefort by chance?
let me pull up the map for you. They're not. No.
Okay.
I think that they're on here.
Oh, let's have a look. I gotta zoom in.
Oh,
Brax,
okay.
Brax.
Where are
So
they?
House Lefford, the Golden Tooth, just south of the Golden Tooth, which is where you guys entered into
Oh, all the way
the
over
mountains of the Westerlands proper.
Yeah, they're pretty inland.
Oh, Brax, okay.
What interest would they have with the Maester?
I'll turn without opening it, and I'll say thank you, boy. I will deliver your message.
Uh,
Are you supposed to wait for us to come with you?
I need just the Maester.
Then
Oh,
it's
he's under threat of death from very dangerous people. He'll need an accompaniment, of course.
Oh, that's. He tries to stand tall. That's me.
well, we also have to ask him more questions, so
Yes.
we'll
We
open the
we
door
will
again when
accompany
we
you
are
as
ready to
well.
go.
Yes. Please wait in the hall. We'll be with you shortly.
And I close the
Oh,
door.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just like kind of squeak at
I'll
the
push
door.
the door all the way shut.
Yeah. Slam it in Oliver Twist's face.
Turn to the others. Apology. I'll say quietly, apologies, but I think we need to go now.
I will turn to Dracus and be like, "Does House Brax hold some meaning for you?"
What does the note say, Sir Elbafirth?
Do you mind if I open it, Dracus?
The child did not state that it was for him. It
Yeah.
is for us.
I'm going to open it away from myself, like it's a fucking.
Like it's not anthrax, bro.
Listen, you don't know how many times you open up one of these
PPK.
eldritch ass things,
PPK.
and then your fucking brain gets wiped, and you end up as an Innsmouth fucking frog.
You as a highborn individual would absolutely recognize this as classic Maester to Maester writing with the Lord's seal. Right here, you can see that the letter immediately addresses Eldridge.
Oh.
And you can see it says, Eldridge, so fine to meet you. I'm interested in obtaining your services. I will be at the Golden Goose this evening for dinner.
What?
Come alone.
What?
And then you see it's signed Sir Charles Brax.
What the fuck?
What the fuck
Was that
is
one of
Chandler
those
up to?
old people that Eldridge met at that fight pit?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
That
right.
makes sense.
But why do they
Um,
want Maester Dracus?
I think the kid was delivering two
But-
messages, maybe.
Oh. Is that-
Yes.
Is that what I'm understanding, Max? That one
Does
was
yeah, it doesn't seem like the
Uh,
two are related. They were just given
Oh.
to the same
Oh,
the
okay.
same
messenger
squad,
boy.
same page.
That's far less suspicious.
Yeah. No, I think
Okay.
I think
Like, what did Eldritch do? What did he do? He's not even here.
he's got to
Yeah,
go back to jail. He violated his parole. He left the town.
Violated his parole.
I'm writing that down. Eldritch violated parole.
So we are to leave now then.
No. I think that is a grave mistake.
What do you suggest?
I suggest we go with. I mean, we have the role of inquisitors. We must protect our witnesses. Anywhere that Dracus goes, and I'm going to put a reassuring hand on his shoulder, we will go to protect him until we
Sir
are
Ebelfirth.
assured he is in good hands.
He is
I
evidence at this time, and we will oversee his every movement.
I agree with that sentiment, but I can't help but think that if we are to go into this situation, we could end up in an awkward situation where we are forced to assert our authority. Is that something you're willing to do, Sir Ebelfirth?
Yes.
We weren't given a writ to not protect the crown. And with the hand coming, I doubt Lucian will make any abrupt decisions.
I disagree. I think that if Lucian is given a command from a higher authority, he will carry it out.
We are the higher authority in this situation. This is evidence. This is not just a maester.
Apologies, but I think the highest authority is whoever has the most swords. And we are in a city of men that hold swords that are commanded by Lannisters.
Those men may be men, but they are not me and they are not you.
We are
can
mighty,
do-
Vago, but we cannot defeat the entire Lannister army.
We will
No,
not
but-
need to defeat an entire army to leave Lannisport. We are not held captive, and this maester is not held captive either.
Not
I think
yet.
it's important to be suspicious but not panic. Shen.
I am not panicked. I am merely trying to avoid a confrontation that could become politically messy for your group. But that being said, I am not entirely entwined in the situation. It is your decision. I will do what you wish.
I tried that at the Bane Fort, and we ended up having somebody fall into a dungeon pit.
Don't know what you're talking about, Vago. And then I'm gonna look and turn to Dracus and be like, "Would you like us to go with you?" Try and protect you, Dracus. Did you think about anything you need on the way that I can get for you? And I'm gonna look and see if you wrote anything down. No, like some sweets.
Points to the flagon of wine and goes and helps himself.
Can we dump that out? We
Oh,
dumped
yeah,
that
you guys
out.
did, my bad.
Yeah.
He goes to
I did.
drink it and he's just like, "God damn it!"
I'll hand him my water skin if he wants that.
Oh,
Ed with no tongue.
So,
That'd be a vast improvement on Ed.
so let us go then and get this meeting underway.
Yes. I see no reason why Lucian would find our presence to be anything but necessary.
Very well. If that is the group's decision, I'm ready. I'm gonna like roll out my neck. Crack.
I open the door.
Are you, is Maester ready to come with me?
Yes, we are all ready to go with you. Lead us the way.
Do not worry, boy. It is you will not be at fault here. Where our witness goes, we must go.
I was gonna take the Maester to the Maester's tower.
Yes, so you can take us. Go ahead. We will follow.
Okay. Follow me.
You've been in a Maester's tower. I've been in a Silent Sisters fucking house, but I'm just checking all the religious boxes these days.
Yeah, so you guys are escorted through the Lion's Hold up to a more obscure corner tower where it's actually towers not quite descriptive enough. It's a large section with several maesters and several floors, and they have seem like different floors for different things, but there's a particular floor that you guys are brought to that seems to have a lot of parchment and ink and quills. And you see one particular maester seems to be binding books in a crude fashion, looks up and goes, "Oh yeah, I was expecting you. Come on in here. You're supposed to write down what you know."
And I will pat Drakus lightly on the back and say, "You can do this. This will be freeing, I think, for you." And I'll give him guidance for if he needs to make, just a little bit of reassurance. And I'm gonna be like, don't crowd him. Let's give him a little bit of space. Maester, have you any ale? Ours got wine. Ours got
we
spirit.
we spilled it.
If any of you have any liquid in this room, I will personally break your kneecaps.
Fair enough, Maester. Fair enough. Apologies. I didn't realize where we were.
You know what? As a matter
I
of fact,
really am
you all
really
smell. Get out of here. You're ruining my paper.
Apologies,
Well, then
but
we will
I
have
don't
to
think
take
I'll
the
be
maester
going.
with us then.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
just gonna be like, two of us must stay with the witness at all times for his safety.
What are you all doing? Do you know where you are right now? This is the safest place in Lannisport.
Maester,
Yes,
I have
but
seen such beasts climb through holes no bigger than a keyhole.
Maester, it can
No
only be
larger
made
than this
safer by our presence. I'm gonna go and find a corner of the room to post up at that I can see like a wide angle of the whole room. I'm just gonna do like the Secret Service thing, cross my arms, and just
I
watch.
will.
He
I,
seems upset.
I will
Um,
stand exactly where. I'm
while
gonna stand slightly behind the maester with no tongue.
I'm gonna try and entertain the Maester while the deposition's being written by the tongueless guy and be like, Maester, surely I can entertain you with, and I will hold up the just made. I mean, he's got to know what that is.
It's nice. It's a nice sheath.
I was able to draw it before, right? Just no one else can draw it.
You were able to draw it only in dire need.
Ah, right. So I'll just offer to him, and be like, draw it, then.
Usually, it's been a while since I've used a sword. I'm sure it's just a little stuck.
No, only the
Moisture of the
champion of the
sea.
seven can draw the sword, and under dire need. You've surely heard of the just made.
Oh yes, fine trick. You draw it then.
If Sir Ebelforth was to draw that sword, as long as I know from the legends of that sword, he would have to take somebody's life in this room.
There is no one evil here.
You sure
Although
about that?
didn't I take out the just made in the sept to show some of the faithful?
You when you first got it, it wasn't sheathed. Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
But
okay. So yeah,
no,
I can't draw it again. All right, I have to
not
remember that.
not a casual sword.
Not a casual sword. Fair enough. And there goes my cool
Maester,
little
it doesn't seem
conversation.
like he's gonna do anything, but he seems upset that you guys are in here.
Maester, I'm
Can
gonna
I
tell him to
insight check to see if I can actually is he just clearly upset?
I mean, he definitely looks upset, and he's not afraid to voice it. But you can roll insight check to see if he has something else going on.
God, I wish I still had severance.
Wow, dude, my rolls are poopy.
Oh,
Mhm.
Poo pee pee.
Ricard, don't you have that new blade? Perhaps the Maester could help you identify it.
I do.
Maester, do you recognize this weapon?
This looks familiar. Give me a moment. So he goes back to a stack of papers that he has. It doesn't look like they're quite bound yet. Oh, oh yes, here it is. Ah, Red Rain. Oh, this is legendary Valyrian plate. Sinister, even.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is a fucking real bad
Where
one.
did you get this? Who
Cursed.
are you?
Cursed.
I found it. It was in like
he
lava, surrounded by lava.
heard of the Unbroken.
Lava. Heard of the Unbroken, yes. There have been many ravens. This is you lot.
That is us.
Heard there
Apologies
was
again for
a
the smell.
heard there was a red priest and a emo boy.
Emo.
Emo boy.
That's not even a term that was in Westeros. Even I know that. Okay.
You're an emo boy. That's canon.
I heard there
Mordecai's
was
an
a
emo
fan
boy.
of something corporate among you. We are franchising, so they are on other business.
We're franchising. That's hilarious.
Yes, the tiny My Chemical Romance fan currently has our other sword, Severance, and the Red Priest is on a peace mission.
An anti-peace mission.
Anti-peace mission. The Red Priest is on a mission of sorts. We have their temporary replacements in Vago, the Huracan, and Liang Shen. And you have, of course, have heard of myself and Eldritch.
Well, did you have some sort of battle in this lava, or how did it was just sitting there? I don't understand. How's Drum supposed to have this sword?
It was like in stone. Like the sword was like lodged into in stone.
Lodged in a
Mm,
wall, if I recall correctly.
mm.
If-
Where?
I kind of look at Sir Evelforth.
Sure, I wasn't there because I'm pretty sure you guys went through the tree
It was
and
He wasn't there.
why? Okay, it was underneath the.
I'm sure you
Bane
would have
fort.
told him.
Do
Ooh,
you not remember,
found in
Rich, or are
the-
you trying to be cagey?
Well, I was like, I don't know if I should tell him, but no one said anything,
Okay.
so no one gave me any looks, so I just gonna say it. It was underneath the Bane fort.
hmm. Under the Bane Fort,
Yeah.
like a unusual place to find yourself.
Yeah, unusual place to find a lot of things.
What are you doing there?
Isn't this all going to be in the deposition anyway? Right?
Yes, I'm sure you'll be able to read about this, but there are blights upon those lands and surrounding lands.
Well, it appears that our maester has started from the top, so we might have some time. I'll look over, and you guys can see that Maester Dracus says on the first piece of parchment, was born in the Reach.
Oh
Jesus.
no.
Dracus is gonna take
Maybe
a
this is
goddamn
why they
time.
cut his tongue out.
Yeah. Dracus has been like, "Give me a quill, baby, and let me go."
I have so
Uh,
much to say.
Yeah. Can I just insight check? And be like, sorry, I didn't catch your name, Maester.
Oh, I'm Maester Daniel.
Yeah,
I'm gonna also
check
hit an
Maester
insight check on Maester Daniel. I'm not feeling a little
15.
sketched. I'm feeling
Dude.
paranoid, boys. I'm feeling paranoid today. Let's see here. What's my insight? 4? It's not bad. 16
Also,
or-
Chandler said that he has it set to. He's able to ritual cast.
identify.
Identify.
Well,
So
he
we
already
could've
put
done
the
it.
gloves on anyways,
We
so.
could have done.
Well,
it
I got
last
some boots that he can do for me. Later.
Okay. Insight check of a 16 and a 17. You guys feel like you're not getting a real good read on Maester Daniel. Seems like he's pretty good at having a passive expression. He's definitely actively and visibly annoyed at you guys still, but more curious now.
Why is he annoyed?
You guys are in his room.
Max, can I give him? I'll give him like a half truth. I have an idea. I'm basically gonna explain to him all of the different ways that we discovered that the Bane Fort may have had maesters killed or maimed.
You what?
We know for a fact that agents of the Bane Fort assassinated the maester in the crag, and
Push one down the stairs.
they attempted to assassinate the follow-up maester after that while we were there with him, and they cut out Maester Dracus's tongue.
Yeah, they're not being super nice to Maester.
So I kind of want to make it sound like the Lord of the Bane Fort's thing is that he is abusing the maesters.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check to see if you can skew the facts that you present in such a way.
I'm not very good at that, but I'll try.
I mean, there's a
Another
group with you.
16.
I
Yeah.
would say you could roll with advantage if the group was helping.
Yeah, I would definitely be providing details at certain points.
16 is still not bad at all.
16's not bad now. Like almost the best I can do. So
The Maester definitely listens to you intently. Hmm. Oh. Some of us get a lucky draw on the castles that we serve, and some of us don't.
It must be nice serving in such a luxurious castle, no, Maester?
Oh, I did excellent.
You don't have to fear for anybody creeping up behind you in the middle of the evening and pushing you down a flight of stairs to your death.
Well, can't say I like your look too much, but no, I've been excellent at working my tomes and books, and I've earned my place.
Hmm. Do you know any of the Maesters personally in the area?
I don't get out much, he says in as sarcastic a tone as this maester is capable.
Hmm.
So you've been in here keeping records for a long time.
This is one of those jobs that doesn't have a finish line.
Do you
I'll
have a
die and someone will take over.
Do you have a favorite record that you have been able to keep within your time as a Maester for Lannisport?
Oh, oh, certainly. Oh, yes, come right this way. This is my personal collection. It's been provided to me by a dear friend. Let's just call him DM. This is a collection of all of my favorite
Jesus
things.
Christ.
Please,
Jesus Christ.
he gives it to
I
you.
cannot.
You open it and you turn and you see just a bunch of dates and
Oh,
weights. It's like these are all of the horses that have died in Lannisport.
oh, good.
This is their ledger. No one
Great.
keeps track, but I do, because no one cares except for me.
Right.
No one knows how much meat and flesh of horse goes in and out of this city and dies here annually,
Uh-huh.
but I do.
Uh-huh.
So
Good.
this is my special treat.
Right.
Hmm.
We're
That is
currently on an increase. Yes, 5% up from last year.
that is quite a luxurious or quite a fantastic ledger
Yes,
there, Maester.
now that it's autumn, though, you can see the trend is the horses will plummet, and before winter's over, you hear
Maester,
me, we'll be eating those horses.
might I recommend you check to see if there's perhaps a 5% uptick in crocodile population that corresponds with your horse increase?
Crocodiles not around here. No, that would be foolish.
just check. Just check.
Do you
We haven't the climate for crocodiles.
do you
Trust me.
simply ledger horses that stay in Lannisport, or do you ledger passerbys too?
Oh, we estimate the total amount that have gone in and out of the city each day as well. Yes, oh yes.
Hmm.
A lot of influx these past few weeks with all of the carriages coming in. So much food. It is just a lot of horses.
Is there more food coming into Lannisport than you would typically have?
Far more. Highly irregular. They are expending resources, and the Ocean Gate is jam-packed, cart to
You-
cart, day and night.
Do you know where this food is being imported from?
The Reach, of course. Finer areas, I imagine. Special products from further away, but, majority, not far.
Has there been any particular reason for the influx of items coming to Lannisport? Are you preparing for anything to happen?
Well, I think everyone's spooked after what happened at King's Landing.
Hunkering down in
Autumn
Lannisport.
coming so soon on the tales of an eruption. Word is spreading the crops in the Crownlands are not doing well.
Hmm. Besides crops and crown lands, are there any words of anything else doing not well?
Yeah, I mean, not sure how you mean. Seems like your lot and
Hmm.
Damon Blackfire seems to be cleaning up some of the scum in the lands. Looking forward to King Daron's reign.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good insight check.
I'm
That's a
just
real
bad.
good insight
I'm
check.
I'm just bad at insight checks, actually.
I got you. I'm gonna do it too.
Oh,
at it.
You don't need me to. I'm not even gonna roll. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away from my keyboard.
Natural
Jason, you
20.
didn't have to put your whole dick on the keyboard. Jesus.
You get a distinctive ting on when he mentions King Daron. He has definite reservations.
He is a new king to take the throne. Is that correct? I apologize for my ignorance. I am from not these lands.
Yes, I can tell. So see for sure. Oh, yes, new indeed. Yes, his coronation was not long ago. But so much change in such a short time. It's irregular, but kings do need to make themselves their own legacy, I suppose.
Does he have any prior legacy to platform himself upon? That is a great responsibility, no? And you are right. In times of so much frequent change, could almost be overwhelming for one person to take the throne at that point.
Well, he's the one making all the change, but who am I to complain?
Well,
Change you
Maester,
find disagreeable.
I didn't hear what you said, Pat.
Some change you find disagreeable.
I think that we all have to make our allies where we can. Just some choose more favorable allies than others.
And who exactly have you chosen, Maester?
Well, I chose the Citadel and the Maesters and the way of advising whomever I may. And if I ended up in a Dornish keep, that's where I would have served at my best.
it was
Thankfully, I wasn't.
it was quite a glorious. It must have been quite a glorious thing to see for Lord Banefort to come all the way down here when that group of bandits from the Iron Islands came. No.
We were grateful to see any defense of the city, for sure. Great lords do have duties to their liege lords, of course. Lord Banefort did a great service to his lord and realm. Do you
His
disagree? I suppose you
I
aren't from around here.
yes, I'm not familiar with the politics in this land.
Yes, so here, the lords and knights and landed knights do service to their liege lords. and each liege lord does service to their liege lord. We have wardens above those, and above those the king.
Mm. You know, Maester, I got the feeling when we came in there that you really did not like us. But I appreciate your stories and your attention to detail of horses coming in and out of Lannisport.
And tying here. Mhm.
I feel like this Maester is a self-insert of Max when he's like 70. I kill horses for fun, and then I keep track of how many I've
Didn't
killed.
say he killed any
Also, I
horses.
get my information from DM.
Can I glance over Dracus's shoulder and see how far along he has written?
Seems like he's written several pages here, as it's been about an hour. Seems like he's getting through to his now at his time at the Citadel.
Wow, Maesters
Probably,
really do write quite a bit.
forging his chain.
Dracus,
Don't slow him down, please.
while I think it is important to tell one story, I think it's also pretty important to make sure we get the parts about the Bane Fort on paper, maybe earlier, and then we can go back to the other stuff. You know. Okay. The narrative. I know. So, okay.
Sir Abelfirth, is there no prayer that you can tell to your seven that to bring this man's tongue back to his mouth?
Oh, I thought you were going to say to make him write faster.
Write faster.
Divine intervention. Please, Seven, make this man write.
No, I don't really care about his tongue.
Yeah, there is, but I unfortunately, Vago, it takes a faith that is a bit more tested than mine. I'm not sure I am ready, and I do not wish to do harm to our new friend by attempting something I'm not ready for.
Well, then I suppose we must find more trials so that you can build your faith to the seven.
Although, I'll stop for a second. This fucking works. I will
we
put
go.
a hand. You gotta use it once a day. If you're not gonna use it, what's the point of having it?
Could do anything. Could bring Wardlow back. Could
Well,
strike dead the Lord of the Banefort. Could do anything. Nope, we're gonna fix this guy's tongue.
It's divine intervention. It doesn't mean that it fucking automatically brings somebody back to life. It just means that something happens.
I mean, it could give me access to a 7th level spell slot for a 6th level cost for 10 minutes or something.
It could animate my Wardlow dice and bring back the soul of Wardlow.
So it could do a lot of stuff, but Warlow didn't believe in the
what are you praying for?
Hey, I never.
I'm gonna put a hand on this guy's shoulder, and I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray to the seven, to return Dracus's voice, so that he may aid their champion in removing the blight from these lands. Here we go. No.
Nope.
Well,
Not
Yeah,
today.
I don't think I've rolled below a 70 on that ever.
One of these days it might happen.
hey, and for the record, Wardlow always fucking diss people by citing the seven. All right, he just didn't openly worship it like you.
What is 60F? What is
Fudge
that?
dice.
Huh?
I'm just rolling my fudge dice, resetting my luck.
What?
Okay.
Dude, what is a DF, bro?
I don't like
This
that. I don't like
DF.
that I can move it. Move these things.
Roll that DF, bro.
You guys have never seen a fudge dice?
Yeah, wait, why can you move it? What
Yeah,
is
you
this?
can like pick them up and shit. I don't know what I'm
I don't
What's
like
happening? Yeah, get that out of here.
doing.
can't do nothing.
Oh no, there's a plus stuck on my screen now. I can't get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh yeah.
What did you do to me, Pat?
You guys get that?
He hacked all
This-
our
This
things.
guy fucking mastered the baiter system, bro. What the fuck?
What did I
Developers
miss?
sending me
Are we
fucking
doing something?
malware through roll 20.
Are we actually fucking doing something? Cause fucking Ricard's
Yeah,
gonna
can we-
get little kid energy and start walking.
There
to the
is
main
there
fort.
is another knock to the door just on the outside, and you guys see another small page child, a little bit younger this time, but still same deal, fine Lannister garb. I was to escort some scepters. And he kind of just looks for you, Sir Evelfirth. And you see a couple castle septas like appear on the corner. And they see you in this like legit like a Beatles fan club. It's like, oh my god, it's Grace Bill from the dead. Oh my god, it's Sir
I'm
Evelfirth.
gonna look at all you guys and just be like, this is gonna take a minute.
Would you touch our tomes?
I will handle this, Sir Ebelfirth. Go right ahead.
I'm going to, I'm gonna put hands on all their tomes. Are any of their tomes like dented or dinged or anything at all?
You dog!
Oh yeah.
All
Oh
of
yeah.
them.
There's some
Oh.
tomes that have been thumbed through pretty regularly.
I'm gonna do something hilarious, and I'm gonna cast mending on their fucking tomes, so they
Oh,
fucking
wow.
mend as I touch them. So it looks like the faith is being restored to the pages.
You're ruining the euphemism here, Ebelfirth.
Yeah, I know.
Now it's so
Well-
tight.
Oh my god.
Dude,
please
okay,
stop.
move on.
They call me Captain Save-A-Tome.
Let's
They,
just fade to black and let Ebelfirth go off with them for a couple hours. How about that?
Yeah,
They-
that's fine.
they leave very satisfied.
Good for you, Ebelfirth.
This is why your group never gets around to doing something productive quickly enough, is because you get distracted by this.
Doing the faith of the faithful is never a wasted effort.
I'm man. I am gonna go kill Baneford
A horse?
King.
Because if you kill a horse, then the Maester will need to know about that.
Yeah, I'm surprised Ricard's held it together this long. I'm gonna be honest.
How far are we from the crag again?
If you were to just walk,
Like horseback?
yeah, see, it would take you a day.
Y- Yeah, but we might be able to just, zoop, you know what I'm saying? Just zoop, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to. I don't know if we want to do the old blink.
Excuse me, Crag is 2 days. My mistake. I was just doing my math.
Okay.
What if we
on our
gallop
map
there?
on our map of portals, is there anything that leads to the crag from Lannisport?
What you have is things leading from the crag to Lannisport. You don't have anything directly from Lannisport to right by the crag, but you have directly from Lannisport to the Banefort lands.
Would that put us in a day's travel or the same?
Of the crag?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a day's travel, but it would be across the Banefort lands.
Oh,
So basically, we'd
And-
have to ride there. So I'm doing the math. We don't have much time left, boys. I think I have to send a message to Sir Brian.
well, we have time. If you were to do that,
I
Maester
think I should-
Dracus is still writing.
I'm gonna turn and see him fucking quill on fire. He's burning through fucking quills like they're going out.
Oh yeah, he's doing a lot.
Perhaps we should tell Sir Brian that Hand rides west. Even if our influence were to wear out, he would. He's a survivor. I think that saving his own skin when he realizes that much of Westeros will have its eyes on the Banefort now in a way it never has before. Their power was moving in secret. If he thinks it's going to benefit him to protect the lady, perhaps we will not need to keep such a stiff thumb.
You do know that Sir Lucian said he was going to raid the crag.
Sir Peckleton's going there too. He might even be there by now.
Hmm. Probably
Yeah.
would be by your math.
This offers us a good opportunity to check on Peckleton.
Maybe you
Make
should
sure-
message Peckleton.
Have I met Peckleton?
Yeah, we met Peckleton.
Well, some people met Peckleton.
I think that you were.
We were all
Yeah, you were
generally
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
All right.
there.
All right, so maybe I'll message the Peckle Popper.
Yeah, you just went to the Sept afterwards, but you were there at the beginning.
All right. I'm going to send real quickly to Sir Peckleton. Sir Peckleton, how is the crag lady? Questioning tone. Is Sir Brian behaving? Do you hear anything in the castle? The hand rides west at this time. Be brief. My last.
You hear a response after a moment. I don't know if I like this.
First one's weird.
Lady Jane is well. I have Sir Brian in hand. We await our liege lord.
Yeah, Peckleton's doing pretty good.
Well, that's good.
Seems to be holding up. I wonder if I should reach out to Josmond as his son, or that's Josmond.
Yep, Sir Jaceman is his son.
Jaceman is his son. Jaceman.
I assume he would have sent a raven to his son once he got to the crag. Although they didn't have much ravens, that was part of their problem, because they killed all their ravens on purpose.
You do recall that Maester Corbin was awaiting a delivery of new ravens from the Citadel.
Shout out to Jaceman, but I'm tired of being a walkie-talkie right this second. But yeah. I guess I'll just hang out while this guy finishes his fucking War and Peace.
It's out of his memoirs. It takes a while. It's going to take a few hours.
Shen will stay. The others,
Okay.
if they want to go,
Yeah, I mean,
that's fine.
you guys can all certainly stay, but I mean, the sun will set before
I'm a monk.
Maester
I
Drakus is done.
I got that monk patience.
Like Ricard is gonna want to. So I'm gonna see the antsy kid and just be like, Ricard, you seem like you want to do something. Would you like to do something?
Yes.
It's
Shall we
reasonable.
go down and put eyes on the hanged man, maybe, or go down and I don't know. I don't think they have titty milk in Lannisport, but
Zappies and titty milk.
Well,
oh yes, we
yeah,
thought about opening a Zappies franchise here.
Ooh.
I should scope it out. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. Besides, are we just waiting for fucking the hand?
Well,
Um,
out of character, I will say we probably shouldn't leave the city so that Eldritch can do this thing with this letter. I assume he's gonna want to do that. So
Shit,
yeah,
it's
we're
just
gonna
be
we're basically killing for
some
time until
bullshit.
Eldritch. can kind of do his thing.
He's probably just gonna get drugs and shit. I'm so fucking done this. I hate all.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
this.
this is a thing he wanted to do. He set it up. We shouldn't like fuck him over on the thing he wanted to do. You know.
Yeah, no. Saving the world's not important at all.
Dude, we let you open a fucking pizza franchise.
Oh my
in
god,
King's Landing,
that
okay?
didn't take any extra time. We didn't actually need to do like
Sure
I
did.
I literally said, okay, this is what we do, and I rolled twice for it. Okay, it wasn't like a whole.
You had a
thing.
whole negotiation with the Archer family.
Okay, and we had to be there, correct? Because somebody's
Hey,
master was getting
these are all the
hanged.
things that make the world feel real, in my opinion. So
I'm just saying, you got to do this.
I like when you guys do stuff.
Let Chandler do this thing. That's all I'm
Alright.
saying.
Do you want to go see if they got any good weapon shops or anything, or armor, or cool? Shit?
What is the most expensive thing I need to be dangerous and stupid? Take me the most expensive place there is. We're buying stuff. I'm gonna buy stuff.
I'm going shopping, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna take a couple of weeks, we could probably go see the armor. I mean, we're probably not gonna be Tobo Mop, but there's got to be some cool shit around here. I mean, it's a fucking
Yeah, if you guys are planning on staying,
here.
yeah, in Lannisport for several weeks, you absolutely could find some things that would
I don't know if
occupy
we're
your time
doing-
and be interesting.
Are we doing that? We're staying for
Doug,
weeks?
I
up
don't
to
know
you.
about several.
I don't think we're
weeks,
doing
my
that.
dude.
thought we were staying until the
not-
Maester's done with this shit, and then we're fucking
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
not
here.
committing to that, but we're probably gonna have to come back through here regardless on the way back on our next shenanigans.
It's possible.
Yeah,
you let- you guys
wanna
Ricard
do.
contemplates his like he should have went with to the north. He really wanted to go to north in the first place, but he didn't want to break up the group. But now he just completely just wishes that he was dead or going up north.
Well, y'all can go shopping. I'm gonna stay here with the Maester.
You
Yeah, me
guys
and Vago
also
got
know
this.
where there's a portal to the Banefort lands. Just saying, could do that too.
Yeah, we can go back anytime we want, actually.
You've made this such a political issue now. Well, it was always a political issue.
Hey, Max,
such
while we're
as-
sitting up here, can I have Eldritch Ritual cast Identify in these boots?
Sure.
Cool.
just in the middle of the Maester's study. Just really fucking shit up.
Eldritch identifies those boots, and those boots provide 10 feet of additional walking speed.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so fast. I'm gonna be so
I'm
fucking
gonna, I'm gonna
fast.
hear that and I'm gonna look at you, Liang.
I mean,
So
imagine.
slow.
Imagine.
I'm gonna
look
make
at
direct
Liang.
eye contact with Ebelfirth, and I'm holding the boots. I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna look at the boots. I'm gonna look back at you, Ebelfirth. I'm gonna say, "So, would you like to trade for these boots?"
What brings you joy, Liang?
I like magical items, a lot.
Oh my god.
Does it have to be strictly magical?
I'm gonna tilt my head and contemplate for a moment and go, "Let's see what you have."
I'm gonna go through, and since I've drank a lot of my cool shit recently to get myself back on my feet, the Amulet of the Seven. I have the Slayer of Andals still.
What is that?
That's the giant fucking warhammer that
Oh
we
shit.
first got.
Oh, the fucking the mace
Yeah.
that Malik got forever ago.
Yeah,
Yep. That was the
I
first
magic
magic
if
item.
you like, if you
Make
like
its way
magic
back
shit,
to me.
that's ancient fucking magic shit right there.
Mm,
Not that it would help you necessarily.
I'm not much of a weapon user,
I
as you can
understand.
tell.
Maybe I can find something in town. Is there something you're looking for?
What was that? Who had the gauntlets that were +1 to AC?
Somebody had gauntlets +1 AC.
Yeah.
Do not recall.
Or was that in the other campaign?
That was the other campaign, I think. I don't
Yeah, it's-
remember anybody having those.
Same.
Okay,
I think I definitely gave you guys bracers of protection in the other campaign, which might be what you're thinking
that's
of.
probably it. Yeah.
Yeah, Chagall had those bad boys forever.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, let me go look into town, but don't get comfortable with those boots because I'm just gonna look at them and just like generally at the height difference between us and be like, I don't know if I could be bringing up the rear forever if we're trying to do quick escapes from places. Um,
Shen thinks about running 180 feet in 6 seconds.
But
That's real far.
I mean,
That's really
that's
fast.
sweet.
you need to be. I mean, you specifically need to be in direct melee combat.
Oh, are they cursed, Max? By the way,
Doesn't
identify doesn't detect a curse.
which is a hard thing for a DM to say without seeming very suspicious. But yes, it technically doesn't identify a curse, but they don't
Okay.
seem cursed.
So they're not cursed.
Can he identify the red rain to see if there's any
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
bad things or good things?
Yeah, I would say he could take time to identify Red Rain and definitely would confirm this is Red Rain Valyrian Steel Blade. It certainly harbors a substantial amount of malice,
Oh boy.
Okay.
which you feel like probably could ultimately leach into the individual that uses it. The malice is mostly derived from a feeling of superiority.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Ricard, maybe just use that one sparingly.
But like, can that change? Why is this? Why is there malice? Because of the maker or the user?
I would say that he would that with his ability, his arcane, natural arcane knowledge, Eldridge, and him casting this spell, he would be able to determine that ultimately this weapon will change your alignment to evil.
Ugh. And that's the curse.
Yep.
Can we remove the curse?
From yourself, sure.
Would Eldridge know if somebody could channel their rage to use that weapon?
Yeah, he would know for sure. You definitely can.
Mm.
You can definitely be mad and also swing that sword.
Hobo Mott could probably get the curse off it if we reforge it into a different blade.
Something you could think about.
But maybe that
If
blade.
if there was a person that you knew in all of Westeros that could do something like that.
But maybe that blade could enhance one individual's amount of rage that they hold within themselves.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Angry Face. I put the sword away and I walk out the door.
I'm gonna be like, Shen, like I said, let me go shopping. I'm gonna go down. What's the finest? God, it's gotta be like a fucking magic. Either the castle armor or like the, God, exotic weapons or clothing. Not weapons, but clothing shop, I guess. Be like, do you have any belts
you're
that
gonna
do
have to
weird
finish
shit?
one of those sentences.
Let me find a shop that seems to sell exotic clothing items.
Shen likes magic trinkets.
Yeah, I want trinkets. I don't want. I already
Yeah.
got the best armor there is.
Is there a jeweler that looks strange and high end?
Just to
Okay,
save
yeah.
you the potential golden time, Pat, this character is a magic item loot goblin specifically. He would
Yeah.
never give up a magical item unless you're giving him a magical item. Just so you
Yeah,
know.
I know.
And that's why he sided
I
with
have
that
to
guy.
play the character, and like when I wrote the description of the character to Max, that was like one of the first things I wrote was that he's here
All about magic
to
items.
gank magic items.
Oh, he's gonna be ganking?
But
Let's see
just
how
to
he-
Well,
get obtain.
fairly obtain
Cons-
magical items.
Mm.
So
You are easily directed by a maester in this here maester's tower. That there's a location called the Glitter Hold that
Boy, that sounds
is
like a strip club.
There's
also in Lannistown. Also close to the Sept of Gold.
there's a arcade that just opened in the mill across from the Rite Aid bias. That's called Glitterhold.
No way. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and they also are a board game company.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, but
I
that's
think
mad
that
funny.
they owe me some money.
Mhm.
Royalties. Let's go. Let's go, Evolver. Let's go.
All right,
And
let's
like
go.
I'm like super like antsy. I'm like, let's go! Jumping up and down.
Let us do it. And I want to enter the glitter hold.
Okay, yeah, you guys can make your way
Yeah, you do.
into Lannistown, and you can see that it's starting to get to about supper time. People are starting to enjoy themselves and be out in the street and enjoying the nice weather and the town's surplus of delicious foods. And you guys find your way to this market street that's down at the base of the Sept of Gold. A little bit of a ting of anxiety for Serblefirth as this last time you guys were here, he was taking the life of a silent sister, and finding out that his brothers did not perish, at least in the Bay of Lannisport. And you guys see that there is just it almost feels like a harvest festival. The amount of food and just full market stalls, different drinks, different products from all around Westeros, just swelling this street. It seems very busy. There's a lot of people going up and down. A couple people here and there would recognize you guys just from reputation at this point. But you can still move through the city. And when you get to
Max, really
mhm,
quick.
yeah.
Do I want to see if I see like I don't want to say street urchins, but like people and especially kids that are not well off, like maybe wearing dingy clothes and stuff like that, or maybe begging or something.
Yeah, definitely plenty of those. Some people, performing, begging for change. Some people just, you know, linger on the side looking sad. And you would probably know to look of anyone that some people straight up just stealing.
Stealing? Oh,
Yeah, some cut purses, some people doing scams.
yeah, I don't really care about them, but
For sure, things you would notice.
I definitely want to see like for any more so just down on their luck, you mean? People kind of things. Um, maybe again, people like beggars, or like you know how they have those kids out in Mexico and they're like chicle, chicle, that kind of thing. Um, and for every one of those, I'm going to try to do a sleight of hand and give them 1 gold.
Okay. It's gonna be a slightly different vibe as a lot of people here are out and about. Like this is a wealthy city. So there are definitely people down on their luck, and certainly you saw it more in Seafield than in Lannistown, but you'll see it,
Oh,
everywhere.
because
But they're
specifically
not
here.
going to be in the mix because it's like Times Square traffic is constantly moving. This
Oh, okay.
market is busy.
Maybe I just need to go to
Money is
Seafield.
flowing. People are in town. It's the end of summer. You know, people are doing stuff.
Okay.
And again, very wealthy town.
Okay.
But you can certainly do that for a couple individuals.
Yeah, I mean, if I see anybody, like again, you had mentioned that like Seafield's more the poorer part of town,
Yeah.
and Lannistown, I assume some of those poorer people probably go there to sell wares and stuff like that.
Yep, Lannistown is going to be a place where a lot of people that are of the middle and upper class do just like some basic shopping and basic daily things. Like that's where
Yeah.
the main sept is. That's where the Lord's Gate is. So a lot of
Right.
just like the main happenings, markets and stuff is going down in Lannistown. You do see both the Glitterhold and Lantels. Both of those seem to be pretty prominent shops in this little market at the base of the Sept of Gold.
Okay.
And
Um.
yeah, so
Cool.
very busy, a lot of wares out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just say like, I mean, maybe I give away 10 gold. I guess. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I mean that would definitely make a difference for people down on their luck.
People on the streets. All All right.
You know, and like I mentioned, a few people would certainly notice you guys.
I'm under pressure.
And you guys get up to the glitter hold. You do see a lot of people moving in and out. And you see it looks like there's a couple different very small gnomes hustling about. It seems like they're kind of escorting people through the different aisles, and you see a lot of different items, from weapons and armor to miscellaneous shit, horns, pots. You're not even sure what some of the stuff is. And right as you step up to it, you go,
Oh, hello. Welcome to the Glitter Hold. My name's Carl.
Oh,
And
Carl.
how can I help you?
We're looking for trinkets and things of magic.
Trinkets, valuables, baubles,
Bits and bobbles.
glittery things. We have them all, trust me. As long as you got the gold, come right in.
All right. I'm going to before we walked in there, I wanted to say like I'm gonna cast detect magic.
okay.
Boom.
There is definitely some magic inside of this shop,
Cool.
no doubt. Some of it coming from several of the people that work here, the gnomes, and you detect some of it coming from several of the people that are shopping here as well. Um, there's a whole section that seems like it is behind an area where there are um, guards. They seem like, now that you look up, they seem like they're maybe pretending to be patrons,
Mm.
but in fact are all surrounding this one particular area that seems to be throbbing more with magic.
I go to the throbbing area of the
Robbing
glitter
with
hold.
magic. Are you sure this
Well,
isn't a strip club?
unfortunately, Ricard, you're gonna have to wait for that throbbing magic experience until next week
Oh shit.
when I can really unload it on you. So much arcane built up.
Not hurting the strip club. Now I need to like model a glitter hold.
Okay,
I
gold
think
bar.
Jesse knows what's happening.
Huh?
Maybe.
But
God.
yeah, we can do a nice little start it off with a shopping episode next week.
Just some
That's what
cute
we want to
music.
do
Great.
right after that.
A shopping
Cue
episode.
up some shopping music. Max, have
Uh,
some like Emporium music playing or something.
Yeah.
Great. Hey, I I love a good week's worth of shopping.
Yes, we all know that Vago doesn't know how to use tools, but
Lit-
that shouldn't make you feel bad.
Listen,
Jason, you know that sessions like this are necessary.
the
to
last
Dungeons &
2
Dragons.
hours have been you guys talking. I haven't even been paying attention. I've been talking to
Yeah.
Haley and Brennan, so
I'm gonna
it's
be
been,
honest.
Hey,
I
come
feel like
on.
this has been a
Sorry.
very Ebelfirth centric arc, so I'm
Yeah.
down for anything that brings Ricard some joy.
Listen. I found out a very key plot point here, actually, which was that this maester and probably a lot of people in Lannistown, or Lannisport rather, does not like the king.
Yeah,
And
we're
I think
finna
that-
have a Blackfire rebellion any
I
second
think
now.
I think that that's a very crucial plot point in what's going
Yeah.
on in Westeros right now. Actually,
I mean, I definitely got that too, especially when we're like, oh yeah, you wait for the hand, and like, oh, okay, the hand's
No, I'm
probably
trying
in
to
on this.
leave.
Yeah,
I'm trying to leave.
I don't want to be
Yeah,
here, but
we're
apparently we
not.
have to be here for multiple reasons. So
We
I
don't have
I
to wait for the hand, but I would
No.
like to wait until
I'm gonna go kill all the
reinforcements are
horses.
closer.
Here's the thing.
well. So what side of
Someone's
history
gonna
do
keep
we?
track of those.
What side of history do we want to be on here? I think it's a real
exactly.
question.
Yeah, if we're staying loyalist, then we will never be able to come to this city again unless we're burning it to the ground. I'm telling you that right now. So you would
And
settle your business here if we're going loyalist.
this is going to be a direct confrontation here because I'm pretty sure that the people in Lannisport are close allies to the people in the Banefort. So if we stop what's going on in the Banefort,
Yeah.
then we are not going to be able to stand with the people in Lannisport.
I think Daemon Blackfire cut a deal
with
with the Banefort. I think he cut a deal.
I wish I had a way.
I just wish it didn't involve sacrificing my family members to get that deal. So
Mm.
I think my decision's made, boys.
Yeah, I mean, I want to do what's best for the realm.
I mean, we can
'Cause
part
that's what
ways after we clean out the Bane Fort, because I feel like we're all on the same page for that, and
Let's
then
take
decide
stock
what's
for
happening.
a second. So let's say that Blackfire does his rebellion now. Who declares for him? I mean, the Westerlands, obviously.
What's the point? What is the reasoning behind it?
He wants the throne.
Okay, and that's just simply that.
He wants to be king.
That's it. He doesn't. It's not because he thinks he could do a better job. He wants to bring slavery back. Like,
You
Well,
know,
I'm
you know
sure-
that,
I'm
that
sure
his,
he
his
thinks-
official story
Yeah.
of why it's legitimate is that he claims that the current king, Daron, was not the actual offspring of the real king, which is a rumor that the old king himself started,
Mm.
which is common knowledge.
okay.
Yeah.
Which
So
is why
not-
there was
not a
strife
great
between the
start.
old king and his son almost their whole lives.
Okay.
And I'm sure he also thinks he can do a better job. Just as
He
well.
is. He looks. Looks much more
Kingly.
like a
Regal?
warrior. He's more charismatic. And he is holding the sword of Aegon the Conqueror, Blackfire, which was given to him by the previous king, who is the one that said that he liked him better, but he never technically disinherited Daron.
In fact,
Wasn't
there's
wasn't
always
Blood
been an animosity.
wasn't Bloodraven trying to get us in cahoots with fucking usurping the king? I don't know if I'm using usurp the correct way, but
if he
didn't he?
supports Darren or Damon.
Yeah.
He seems to be supporting Damon, but it's hard to tell with him. That guy is weird.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, well, yeah. Didn't we get in with the king to be kind of like get our fame up essentially and get more trust with the king, so we can like we're kind of like his inside group essentially, right?
He doesn't like us very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
he's
are
kind of
kind
a
of
dick.
like his CIA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're,
mean,
you're an
we're
effective
about to take
tool,
over Nicaragua.
right?
Beforehand,
That he
yeah.
is very much aware that your specialty is, probably something that could get used on him.
Rooting out.
Well, before that, the like we were in pretty good with Damon Blackfire for a while. At least when Malik was traveling with the Unbroken.
Yeah, before he left King's Landing, you guys were amicable.
But he hasn't reached out to us about anything, which is a little, if he wanted to be on our side, I feel like, the Unbroken
Well-
would be on
Well,
his
he
on his
offered
call
you
list.
guys. He offered you guys a substantial sum, and you declined.
That's true.
Yeah, I was gonna say we did definitely offer that guy some fucking, or he offered us like
Wait.
to do a pretty decent job for him, I think.
Well, we
I-
said we had something to do, and then we'd come back. I think.
What
if I
was?
recall
What?
right.
I don't recall that.
Yeah,
I think that's
Yeah,
when we
he
took
offered-
the plot point for the Courtier King.
yeah. He offered you guys 10,000 golden dragons as a bonus starting fee, and then a retainer to be his
Oh.
companions.
That was him.
That's true. We did do
okay.
that. He did do that.
So
But the
So-
king also offered you money and then an ability to establish basically an arcane
What-
organization.
So what holds us back from contacting Damon Blackfire then and asking him how he's doing, as we have not touched base with him for quite a while?
He's one Ebelfirth call away.
Theoretically, nothing that you know of.
Listen. If he starts with, if he's like welcoming in the whole conversation and be like, "Hey, glad to hear you guys," blah blah blah, that would be leaps and bounds of, like, versus the king.
I think it
'Cause
it
the
couldn't
king
hurt
was
for
like,
us to
"Don't
ask
fucking
him
do this
for.
again."
That's true. It couldn't hurt for us to ask him for a meeting. And I mean, okay, so what are our conditions, right? Like, we have to avenge Ebelfirth's family. Fuck the Bane Fort. Right? that's always happening.
Yeah, I agree.
We need to stop the dead in the north.
Agreed.
All right. And then
Protect the realm.
Mordecai, I'm sure, wants the head of the Corsair King if he's still alive somehow, which he probably is. So Mordecai's gonna want that.
Yep.
Eldritch wants his brothers dead. I think. Pretty sure.
Just wants to bring down the high tower.
Yeah, he wants to destroy the high tower. So Eldritch wants that. What do you want, Rich? What's Rick Har's goal? What does he want?
To protect
Wants
the
to be
realm.
king.
Just to protect the realm. All right.
I do want to be king, but I'm also
I don't
like
think
12
I
years
don't think
old,
we
so.
can get that for you. Maybe he'd make you his heir until he has a son.
Maybe next year.
He might be willing to do that to make you his heir until he has a son.
Yeah, and
Maybe he'd do that.
if Brendan,
The king already has many sons. Well,
Yeah.
not
Daemon
many.
Blackfire?
No, Daemon. That's true. But the king,
Well, we're
Daemon,
talking
has
about
several sons.
Daemon. If we go with
Yeah.
Daemon, these are the conditions we would. So Malik would want to stop the dead in the north and probably establish, R'hllor as a potential religion. Ebelfirth wants to avenge his brothers and destroy the Bane Fort, probably restore his lands. I don't know what Vago wants, but Mordecai wants to fucking behead the Corsair King and get his eyeball back. Ricard wants to be king somehow, so maybe he can be heir or something, and Eldritch wants to bring down the High Tower. So those are our demands, right? That's our short list. Anybody have any other comments?
honestly, like being king is just like that the end goal and blah blah blah, and I just wanted to like do that because fuck that fat fuck that
Oh yeah, we didn't
impregnate
like
my
him the last time we saw him.
But again, I swore an oath to that. I forget her name again, but
Eleni.
Eleni. And I want to honor that by doing everything that I can to protect the realm. And I think that's been like my overall goal as well, just trying to be a
Man, that's gonna.
real good person, I guess.
Yeah, you're a
that-
good
that-
guy with a capital G, not necessarily good guy with a lowercase g.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck when your alignment changes to evil if you're using that sword.
Listen,
Just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean
You can
you're
be
a
lawful
bad
evil.
guy.
yeah. Also, just
It's not making you
because
a bad
something's
guy.
pushing you in one direction, you just have to offset it with a lot of good.
Yeah, like wearing a fucking breastplate of chop people up after you kill them.
Well, I think you mean a mantle of Mantaris,
Eat.
so it's not the same.
Ricard's soul has a couple of weights on it right now. That's all we're saying. Doesn't mean he can't carry them, but there's definitely some weights bringing it down a bit. That's all.
Look, it's hard to stay on the straight and narrow in a tempting world where power is easily within reach.
I killed that floating head that could have given me some cool ass boots and gloves. Whatever.
I got some cool ass boots and gloves.
Yeah, you
but
can
there-
walk 10 feet. Your speed is.
You don't know what that head could have given you.
I don't, but that seems pretty fucking good.
Bro, I attacked that floating head first. I wasn't tempted by magical items at all.
But you just did that in a blind rage, and also in ignorant rage.
Well, instruction manuals are hard,
Yeah.
Rich.
Just
No,
think-
it's a character trait that Vago is not impressed by magical items.
I
fair.
like
Vago
that Vago.
wants
Every
strength from
beater
within.
character that Jason does is that beater character all the way down to their fucking bones, and I just love that so much.
In some ways, Vago and Shen are polar opposites, but in
It-
other
it
ways,
does-
they're very similar.
It doesn't mean that Vago doesn't want to find a way to increase his strength and manipulate his inner rage to make him more powerful, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be persuaded or bribed by magical weapons.
I feel like if we could get Vago a helmet of just anger head spike that just let him headbutt once a turn with a spike on the end of it, he'd just be the happiest person.
Dude,
I'd ever
dude,
met.
You guys could tell Vago about the offer that was given to you from the Hooded Lord.
Oh,
The-
God.
the re-
Make you
the-
more powerful.
Jesus.
The real
Oh,
thing
God,
is,
that hell's gonna come do someday.
I need to find a way to mentally manipulate my character to somehow upgrade my fucking greatsword so it's a magical weapon without explicitly saying that I need a magical weapon, okay? I've been
I mean, I feel like Valyrian steel is your friend in that it is just a really nice sword.
Physical.
Yes,
physically
yes.
sharp.
If only Malik
yeah.
were
Valyrian
here.
steel great sword. Sorry, buddy.
right.
Malik
Gonna
knows
have-
the spell magic
Gonna have to
weapon.
go on a whole campaign arc just to get one of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do
Yeah.
you want to go to the north and just steal ice at this point?
Yeah,
That's a
good
great sword,
fucking
right?
luck.
It's a bastard.
That's true.
It's a big ass
Um,
sword.
And even
Also,
what size is that Thunderstrike hammer?
that was
Is
a
that
two-handed
like-
It's a
hammer.
warhammer.
That was
It's
a
a
large
warhammer.
hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
warhammer.
I mean, I also
It
have
just
the-
has problems. It's not easy to wield.
Well, not for foreigners.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh yeah. Oh.
you take half their damage back
Oh,
if they have the
you
blood.
you
you
have
absolutely
to
can
stuff 'em-
try to attune to it, and I would love to see that.
You have to stuff a man into a tree to
That
attune
that
thing.
that's the one that you do the Thunderstrike with?
No, I have that one also.
Oh yeah,
no,
what
yeah,
size
my
what size is
mistake.
that one?
That's also just a warhammer.
We're talking about the hammer of justice, right?
No, right
No,
now we're
no, no.
talking about
I thought we
the
were at first, but
Thunderous, the warhammer of Thunderous.
Oh,
the one that Tarly's Bane was
Yeah,
wielding.
I've got a couple magic hammers just floating around my.
there's only
person,
one.
and
Don't we only have one
Part of
charge
Charlie's
left on
Bane.
that thing? We use it twice?
No, you can use it daily, 3 charges. Just on the 3rd charge, I think it blows up the hammer.
Right.
Oh, it recharges. Okay,
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
try and use it the 3rd time a day, you can.
right.
But you typically use that as your main weapon anyways.
Yeah, for all the times I actually fucking hit people. The first time I've rolled fucking
Yeah, he runs into melee range very often.
And again, Vago isn't really persuaded by that hammer either.
Yeah, I mean,
There-
most of the
there's-
time, again, with that hammer, even if I was rolling the 2d6 thunder damage, I'm rolling at best 1d8 plus 3 and 2d6. Whereas if I
Jesus.
connect with a toll the dead, it's going and their damage, it's 3d12.
Is
I-
Toll the
I-
Dead a melee or is it a?
No,
It's a
It's
range.
60 feet.
I
If I want to go melee, I just go inflict wounds at the first level, and that's 3d10 plus 9.
I have an unfortunate I think interpass where I am very dedicated to playing this character as such.
Yeah.
But I know I'm essentially holding myself back as a player.
But man,
Looks like
I mean, their
role play is part
character
of it.
flaws are a thing that characters should have.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about this character or the character or Kerr?
Listen,
Yes.
listen.
Jason loves
Listen.
kneecapping himself, dude.
He's like, this shit's too easy. I'm gonna make
Let
it
me
hard.
guess, Jason's next character is gonna be blind.
Listen, dude, it adds more fucking it's more interesting,
Dude,
okay?
I 100% agree. I think a character that has
It's
a
more interesting
flaw
for sure. Yeah.
or stays true to their personal philosophy, however flawed it may seem to an outsider,
Or
makes these seem more real.
however close to death he may come, even on the first day of that character.
But here's the thing, dude. I know that there's consequences
we
to
all
my
almost
actions.
died
I
that first day.
understand that. I
Oh
fully
no, I
get
meant
it.
the level 3 exhaustion that Chagall had when he first came into.
Please stop.
That was pretty.
Listen,
the slug or
listen.
whatever.
There's a fucking reason why my characters die so often. I am dedicated to the art, okay? I'm
Commend you,
dedicated
sir.
to the craft, okay? Normal people die every day, okay?
All right, boys. I'm out of here.
All right, dude.
Well, hey,
shit.
also, guys, if we side with the Blackfires, Game of Thrones Season 8 will never happen. Keep that in mind.
Oh, thank God. Let's do it.
We'll stop it.
Yeah,
we can stop
let's
it. We can
stop it.
stop it here.
We would
It's
be
all
heroes.
within your grasp.
Later,
Later, fellas.
All right, later,
See you guys
dudes.
next time.
Later, boys.